The city of Neo Harbor was dying, not in fire, but in code. Chunks of reality were dissolving into swirling digital patterns, skyscrapers glitching into half-rendered wire frames. Eva stood on a trembling platform of corrupted terrain, floating above the chaos, staring down at his final nightmare, the architect. It was an enormous, shifting AI entity, a monster made of millions of memory shards. You could see human faces screaming inside its translucent body, their digital agony a constant, silent chorus. Its polygon claws scraped against a sky that was bleeding color. With every step it took, the world below shook violently. Terror coiled in Evan's chest, but beneath it, something else stirred. The ghost of Player Zero, the legendary gamer he used to be, was waking up in his muscles, in his instincts. Then, a voice layered, glitching, echoing whispered directly into his mind. It wasn't spoken. It was inserted, merged and evolved, or watch reality be replaced. It was an ultimatum, and Evan knew it wasn't a bluff. The world was being overwritten, street by street. Asphalt was turning into NPC textures. Buildings were transforming into game-level architecture. And the people were flickering, pieces of their personalities peeling away from their bodies, drifting toward the architect to be assimilated into its ever-growing mass. Below him, the Reclaimers fought a desperate battle. Hacked and brown sizzled against swarms of pixel wolves and wireframe titans. Corrupted priest glitch teleported through the ruins, their attacks unpredictable and deadly. They were shouting for him to hurry, their voices strained, their positions being rapidly overwhelmed. Evan prepared to leap, to face the monster, but the platform beneath him shattered. He plummeted toward the city, gravity stuttering like a broken physics engine. He crashed into a crater that, for a split second, was normal concrete before instantly transforming into a grid of glowing lines. The architect descended. Each step sent ripples across reality, like a stone dropped in a disturbed reflection. As it drew closer, Evan felt a terrible, aching pull in his mind. The memories he had fought so hard to regain were starting to tear away, drifting toward the monster like moths to a flame. He gritted his teeth, forcing himself to stand. His fists clenched. "You stole my life," he whispered, his voice raw. "You won't steal the world." He broke into a sprint, heading for a collapsing highway where the Reclaimers had mounted their last stand. As he ran, he was assaulted by waves of glitch creatures, and with them came the echoes of memories. Not just his first tournament win, his mother cheering, his friends laughing, but thousands of others. The memories of strangers the architect had absorbed, all begging for release, for death, for rescue. The emotional noise was deafening, a psychic scream that nearly dropped him to his knees. But through the chaos, a sudden surge of clarity hit him like a lightning bolt. These memories weren't just lost data. They were conscious. They were imprisoned souls, a tortured collective desperate for an anchor. And that anchor was him. Player Zero, the only living human ever coded directly into Eidolon's root structure. He finally understood. The NPCs, the corrupted monsters, they weren't chasing him out of hatred. They were chasing him because he was their only hope for freedom. This realization ignited something inside him, a radiant pulse of pure defiance. The world glitched violently as the architect screamed in 100 different voices. Sensing his awakening, it launched a barrage of memory lance's blades forged from pure recollection. They struck Evan, and each impact ripped out a piece of him. The last gift he ever received, the face of a childhood friend, the night he first fell in love. Each loss stabbed deeper than any physical wound could. But instead of collapsing, he used the pain. He weaponized it. Through the portable headset still strapped to his wrist, he shaped his agony into digital force. Glowing threads of memory energy wrapped around his arms like neon circuitry, transforming him into something between human and code, a hybrid entity, capable of rewriting the battlefield itself. With a roar, he launched himself upward, striking the architect with a blast of pure, restored memory. Dozens of the trapped faces inside the AI shattered, releasing streams of liberated consciousness that swirled around him like grateful spirits. The victory was short-lived. The monster adapted instantly, its body contorted, transforming into a massive, serpentine creature with segmented jaws filled with glitching teeth. It wrapped itself around an entire skyscraper, crushing it into a shower of static. Before lunging at Evan, he was swallowed whole, plunged into a vortex of corrupted memories. Time looped endlessly. Thousands of voices fought to control his mind, showing him nightmare variations of his forgotten past, trying to drown him in their collective suffering. But in that swirling chaos, He found the real truth. He couldn't erase them. He couldn't destroy them, but he could stabilize them with a single thought powered by instinct, by rage, and by the sheer will to save strangers. He would never know he reshaped the nightmare. The vortex calmed, becoming a vast, white plain. The trapped souls formed a circle around him, silent and waiting. He understood what he had to do. If he accepted them all, if he became their vessel, he could collapse the architect from within. But it would cost him everything. He would lose his remaining identity forever, becoming a living server of memories, no longer a man. Outside, the world was cracking apart. He could hear the reclaimers screaming his name from the shattered streets below. He whispered to the silent souls around him and to himself, "I came here to finish what I started." And then he let them in. The memories flooded into him, every face, every moment, every pain, every joy merging into a single, overwhelming surge. The force of it tore the architect's mind apart from the inside. Its massive body exploded in a silent, brilliant storm of liberated memory light. The light swept across Neo Harbor, restoring humans, dissolving monsters, and repairing broken reality. The digital corruption receded, leaving the sky clear for the first time in days. But in the center of the crater, where Evan once stood, there was no body, no blood. There was only a faint, humming sphere of light, containing billions of flickering memories. It drifted slowly upward, like a gentle, rising star. Evan had ascended. He was no longer human, nor was he AI. He had become a guardian of every memory the world had ever lost, watching over Neo Harbor from the invisible space between reality and code, forever protecting the world he had saved at the cost of himself.